Papa Brad, and I'm excited to bring to you the Twilight Zone for the Legends 4KP. But is it any good? Let's talk about it.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
All right, gamers, let's check out the new updated version of the Twilight Zone. One of my favorite tables on the 4KP. Let's see how much better it is.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination.
Right off the bat, you notice we have a beautiful back box now, fully stretched. Just incredible. You know, if you don't know the history of the Twilight Zone pinball table, this is the follow-up table to the Addams Family, which was the best-selling pinball table of all time. Literally, they were given a blank check and told to make something great. And that's how this game got made. This was, in my opinion, the best pinball table that AtGames had realized before it was patched. That was a Zen table. And after the patch, I would say it was probably an A-tier table before. Arguably the best table, the best Zen table. I would say now with this patch, it puts the Twilight Zone in S-tier category. This is one of the very best tables on the AtGames 4K pinball. And the fact that they have this running so smooth, such an amazing table, this is really just gold. This is as good as it gets. And I love this table. So I'm going to up this one to be S-tier, along with Back to the Future. It's on the short list of the best tables now that are available for the 4KP. Of course, I was always a bit shocked that this was not a skinned table and this was not a launch table, because this table literally was one of the best tables. And now with the flipper lag update, it plays even better. And it's just, you know, this is a, you know, must-have. If you like real pinball, I mean, you're going to feel right at home with this version of the Twilight Zone. I'm going to conclude this video with some of my footage of my video that I made for the Twilight Zone when it first released on the 4KP. Nothing has changed, it's only gotten better. So without further ado, let's enter the Twilight Zone.
Submitted for your approval, a machine.
We're looking at the Twilight Zone, the classic Bally table, running on the Legends Pinball 4KP from AtGames. Beautiful back glass. You got your DMD display. Here's a look at the play field. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. It's nice and crisp. Looks very sharp, very similar to Attack from Mars. I'd say the graphics are definitely a higher resolution than we saw on Star Trek: The Next Generation. I think they could have done maybe a little bit better on that ramp. But overall, I have to say, this is a really wonderful table and very well done. From my gameplay, I felt like the flipper lag was minimal. And I would say this is in the top 3 or 4 tables on the 4KP right now. I'll put it right up there with Attack from Mars and Star Trek: The Next Generation. Gameplay on this table is exactly like you would expect. One of the greatest pinballs of all time, the Twilight Zone. I'm going to film one more flyby of the whole table. And then I want to show you a little bit about the story that this pinball table tells, because this pinball table is a story. If you love the Twilight Zone TV show, there are a bunch of stories which you unfold as you play this pinball table. And I'm going to show a video that shows you where the creators of this table, where their minds were at, and the episodes that they chose to use to make this magical table.
Imagination. These are the spirits who populate this machine. They belong to a distinguished order, where things are never quite as they seem, where reality is stretched and tempered, turned on its ear by the relentless tug of blind fate. Consider, for example, this old woman, visited one night by strange little feisty beings who have traveled across the galaxy only to see the business end of a hatchet. Or Mr. Henry Bemis, a bookish bookworm with glasses thick enough to roast ants. Soon a conspiracy against Mr. Bemis and his love for the printed page will end. And another will begin. He's about to enter a world without wives, bank presidents, or anything else. It's a smashed landscape offering nothing but time.
That's not fair. That's not fair at all.
And here is Nan Adams, a woman on a cross-country trip to California, which ends before it begins. Her route, fear. Her destination, quite unknown.
I believe you're going my way.
Leave you with some gameplay footage. Look at that lightning. How cool is that? What a great effect. This game was provided me for the purpose of review from AtGames. Thank you. So good. The gameplay is all right here on the table. Just the way it should be. I'm loving it. To me, this, once again, this is one of the must-have tables. I'm going to give this absolutely my top recommendation. Of the Zen tables, this is one of the best. Right up there with Attack from Mars and Star Trek The Next Generation. For a natively run table, this one really holds its own well. As you can see in the side-by-side footage I just showed of it running with OTG. Of course, you get full SSF implementation for amazing sound. And you get the nudge function, which works really well on this table. Overall, I'd say this is one of the strongest Zen tables, if not the very best one. I feel like I'm getting stuck in the Twilight Zone. This is crazy. What do you think of this table? Play the Twilight Zone? Leave a comment in the comment section of this video. If you like this content, consider subscribing.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. unlock this door with the key of imagination. Presenting the Twilight Zone.